sort of it is a journey because you speak about being on the couch. But maybe you can give us an idea about, the journey. I mean, after that moment where you were tying your shoelaces, and talk us through, some of the difficulties in that journey.
So the journey started, and like every other way it does, it's okay, cool, join a gym. So I joined a gym, and for 2 weeks I battled. Again, I was going back to the norms. I was like, cool, I'm going to run every morning, I'm going to train in the morning, I'm going to swim, I'm going to do it. But again, I'd done that. I've tried this, it wasn't working. And I slipped back into, okay, cool, you know what, let's phone the girlfriend and ask her what she wants for supper tonight because I'm too lazy to cook. And the journey was, just before the journey started, I'll give you a scary fact. I was drinking about 2 liters of Coke a day. I was having a minimum of 2 takeaways a day and at least 2 slabs of chocolate a day. That was my daily diet. I was consuming copious amounts of food that wasn't good for me. And I think on the journey, what it's taught me is that how you feel as a human, as a person on a daily basis with the right fuel. You can only go so far on certain things. And the toughest part when I joined, and I have to give credit to them, they're people that basically saved me from what I could have been. And I joined a boxing gym in Borskrane called Evolution. And my coach Lorenzo said to me from then on, he says, you have to be serious and you have to do it. And I think the most difficult point in my journey, and still to this day, is the fear of disappointing people. And I think you take this weight, and it's a good weight. I call it a good weight because it's not a weight that's in front of me that I can see. It's a weight that's behind me, it's in the back of my head, it's unconscious. And if I don't continue doing well, if I don't carry on showing people that it's possible, that's going to disappoint people. Not necessarily actually disappoint people, but that fear of being, you know what, I need to carry on. I've come this far. And throughout the journey, when I met Lorenzo, the people there, I started. And my first session, I got sick. Within an hour of boxing, I went into the toilet, I got sick. I got home, Marissa laughed at me, she said, are you going to go back tomorrow? And I stood up and I said yes. And that reason that I said yes was because someone else believed in me. And someone I've never met. I met him for an hour and he said, I need you to believe in yourself because I believe in you. I can see you can do it. And at that point I was sitting at 135 kgs. I was slow. I couldn't walk up the stairs properly. I couldn't, never mind run. I was running up the stairs in this class and I just felt like I was going to literally collapse. And that was the toughest part. Was I put everything on hold. I chucked out all sweets, sugars, takeaways out of my life. He gave me an eating plan. I sat there, I cooked, I hated doing it, hated eating the food. And I said to myself, just give yourself this 12 week. You've been put on this program, just give it to yourself, There's so many online things that you can do, online people coaching you, giving you advice and stuff like that. But if you're physically seeing that person every day, training you, pushing you, it was just so difficult not to give up. It was so, you didn't want to. You felt, okay, cool. It's like disappointing your parents or disappointing your loved ones, that type of thing. If I don't get this together, I'm really going to disappoint people. But in the past, when I tried to do it, I wasn't challenging, no one else was challenging me to do it. It was just me trying to do it. And then I lost focus. I wasn't strong enough individually to do it on my own. And that was the proof 2 weeks before I joined the gym, where I was at another gym trying to run and gym on my own and do weights and stuff like that. But I couldn't do it. I was struggling. And then to fit that community and to put that community in was what I needed. But again, the toughest part, like you asked, in the journey was, and it still is, that disappointment of letting down somebody, So still to this day, everyone's like, oh no, look at where you've come from. I'm like, yes, I know that. But I need to get better. I need to get stronger. And I don't want to stop doing it and showing the results because there are people watching. And people say, oh no, but do it for yourself. It's not as easy as saying do it for yourself and remember where you came from now. It's now asking the question, people are still watching. People are looking to you for certain inspirational aspects and to actually see where you come from.
You speak about just the involvement that the coach and Evolution Boxing has had in your journey. But for anyone that's watching, when is it going to become your journey? When is it going to become about you? When are you, maybe you have already, but when are you going to take ownership and it's not a question of disappointing?
So I decided to take that choice April this year. After the 12-week challenge, I'd lost so much weight. I'd lost about 16 kgs. The results were phenomenal. I was still what's embarrassed about my body, but it was now becoming my own now. I wasn't doing other 12-week challenges. No one else was monitoring me like a baby type thing. And sort of in those 6 months between October and April, in that time, in that period, I tended to lose a bit of focus. I wasn't gaining weight and I wasn't losing weight, somewhat becoming fitter, but I wasn't seeing the results I wanted to see. And I decided to take myself on. I said, okay, cool, you know what? You can go to the next level. And I really did take a stand and I said, you know what, let's go for it. Let's push yourself. And I took the plunge. I said to myself, you know what, let's email Men's Health, not for anyone else but myself. You know what, I didn't want anyone to know because of the fear of them saying no. And in the Men's Health magazine, they have a belly off competition, or not a competition, but a feature. And I thought that, you know what, I have a unique story. I want to share it. And if I'm able to share it, then it will give me the confidence I needed to really show people that this is my story, this is my journey. And I wanted to be a better myself. So I took on it and I decided to really be a better person to myself, And I think instead of trying to not disappoint everyone, instead to encourage everyone. So now at gym, I kind of look at myself as the person to introduce people to the gym. So if someone's new to the gym, I try and take it upon myself to friend them up and everything like that. So like make it comfortable for them to come back and return, to tell them not to stop coming. And that's actually turned it into a more positive spin on it, to become my journey. That I'm the person that people now are looking. And I'm not feared now in terms of, even though it's a little fear that I still have, but again, it's not there anymore for me, because now, me being featured in an article, me showcasing it, and I'm doing more challenges. So you find stuff that you want to do. And I think from that perspective, you become somewhat more comfortable with your body, even though I'm not there. And that's the story, couch to cover. My next step is to be on a cover of fitness magazine, any fitness magazine, but I want to push myself. And there's no timeline to it, per se. So I still want to go there and show it and say, look, it's possible. Not every male and not every female can stand here and say, you know what's the real story? Because so many fitness people out there, and it's not their fault, per se, but they don't show the ugly part about it. They don't show the hard part about it. They show, oh, look at my awesome meals I do. But some of us don't have access to those meals. We don't have access to so much supplements. Supplements are expensive. You're looking at 1,500 Rand a month. We can't afford that sometimes. Some fitness people go to 3 or 4 gyms a month. And we don't, some of us can't afford that. The average Joe. Some of these fitness people trying to motivate other people don't work 9 to 5. I get to work at 10 to 7 and I leave at 4. I work a whole day. My day is I leave home at 6 and I get home at 8:15. So it's a long day. That's after training. So to show people that the average person can do it, then that's what I want to be, that person. I want to be that person that my journey becomes the inspirational story that shows the average Joe, you know what? Having spinach in the morning with white eggs is the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life, but it's pretty much helping me. It's helping me. And I think that's the nice part about it, is you meet people on the way and they actually tell you the truth. You know what, it isn't great. It's not nice. It's not nice waking up in the morning eating egg whites and spinach. I've never in my life ever thought I'd be doing that. But because of what I want to become and because I want to fuel my body with the right stuff, I think you learn to deal with that. And you know, no one tells you, no, it's nice, just try it. No, it's not nice. But give it a bash because it's the better option for you. And I think that's where I want to tell my story. I want to be able to say, guys, look, I came from the couch. I want to be on the cover, but I also want to show you the ugly side of it. You know, I don't have a six-pack yet, but that's the hardest part. In my way, that's been my hardest challenge, is to always try to consistently eat well, to showcase. And you know what, saying no to a pizza is one flippant difficult thing for me to do. If anyone's met me, I love food. I can eat so much food. I enjoy it from breakfast to dinner. Any type of food, I'm in. I love snacks. I love everything. But to really give that up, because I actually want to enjoy those things. You know, so now if I go out with dinner with friends or family, and I can order what I want now, and that's such a amazing feeling. It's like if I'm eating that burger and chips, I'm enjoying this. I'm actually now enjoying food as a whole. I'm not enjoying what it's doing or anything. I'm enjoying the experience. But then the next morning, I know, back to normal. My schedule's back to normal. I train 10 times harder and I just give it all because I know that I've enjoyed it. And that's the thing. So my journey is by far from over, but it's my own journey now. And I think that though I've surrounded myself with people at the gym that not only inspire me, but I inspire back. And I think if I continue making sure that people know I'm also watching them in terms of inspiring them, keeping them going. You know, in class there's a little small group of us that we just, next to us, if we could be dying, it could be 36 degrees in the gym, it's 35 minutes into the training session, we drenched, we literally looking at each other like, why are we here? And next minute we just say, let's keep going. And that there is for me my own journey again, because I used to be that person on the other side saying, someone help me. Now I'm on the other side and people are looking at me. So the fear of disappointment reaching goals has passed, but now other people wanting to achieve the same thing. Like one girl came to me and she said, I want to be you. So I said, what exactly do you mean by that? And she said, from a year now, I want people to look at me and say, you're a different person. And I didn't know what to say to that. I said, well, and she trains in the mornings, and I said, you know what, okay, cool. She said, we don't have you in the mornings. We don't have a you in the mornings. So I said, you know what, I need to take upon myself to do it in the morning. So I've occasionally gone in the mornings now in the past few weeks, and that group of people are now thanking me to saying that class is enjoyable. You add something different. And I think the reason why I add something different is because when I train, when I keep going, they can see that someone else is keeping going, and they say that, okay, cool, that person's done it, and they're still doing it, and they haven't given up. So yeah, that really has become my own journey that I'm taking upon myself to show and carve a different route, to show that, you know what, I don't have to have a six-pack to show my transformation. I can just say it's there. And all I can say is that in the next few months, there's more goals to go and achieve, and there's no more challenges to accept. So yeah, that's all.
If there was anything that you would share with anyone that's watching this, nugget of wisdom, piece of advice, or just something that you find profound, what would that be?
I think there's so much one can say to encourage people about health and fitness, but I think the one piece of advice I'd love to give everyone is just try everything. If you're struggling with weight, if you're struggling with eating, with anything that is there, try and look why you do it. Why do you eat so much? Why do you eat the wrong things? Ask yourself a few questions why you do it. But the best piece of advice I can give is try every form of exercise out there. I tried running, I tried cycling, I tried weight training, I tried swimming, I tried all the type of exercises. And sometimes it didn't fit with me. And these were the norms. And then I tried boxing. And then I slipped into my element. And I found where I was meant to be. I'm not built for running 600 kilometers. I'm not built for cycling mountain bikes. The first time I rode a mountain bike, I went into a tree in the first corner, and I still tried this thing, and I don't know why, but you get told to do certain things, and you get told to do the norm, go to the gym, but that never worked for me until I found my own rhythm, and I found the place where I belong. So my piece of advice is to find something. And if you enjoy it, hold on to it. If you enjoy playing netball, if you enjoy playing cricket, if you do action sports, stick with it. Give it a chance and stuff like that. So give everything a chance. Go cycle, go run, go box, go do a team sport, go do karate, anything like that. Go try kickboxing, because you might not know that you're good at it, but when you start doing it, you might enjoy it and actually carry on with it, and it could change your life.